Morning After with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Wednesday, 4th day of February 2026. My name is Nick.
That's Nick.
And then over there, that's Big J.
That's me.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
Happy Wednesday to you, Big J.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
What's the matter? You're tired? A little tired, Big J?
Yeah, I'm throwing a little off
Oh, no.
from the earlier.
jury.
Yeah.
Ah, man. I mean, well, you said you got your regular amount of sleep for jury duty because I asked you about that because you got to sleep in and you're like, no, not really. I was up my usual time.
Man, still, I don't know, messes me up.
But
it feels like the longest week ever already.
Well, yeah, I mean, you put in like a 8-hour day, actually.
It was longer than 8 hours.
Oh, I thought you were done by like 2.
No, I didn't get yesterday? No, yeah, yesterday was a long day.
No. I mean, like, you were done by 2 at the jury duty thing.
No, I didn't get home until 4:45.
Okay. So
like I was there at 8 in the morning.
Okay. So it was like a 9-hour day.
Yeah.
Got it. But still long.
Boring.
Yes.
That's the problem. Is in the middle, there's nothing.
You're just sitting there. You're not doing
just
anything.
What were they calling it? That brief period of time where people were allegedly on planes just
raw dogging it.
Raw dogging it.
Oh,
yeah.
You weren't allowed to fiddle on your phone or anything?
Yeah, you could, but even still, I mean, it's like I'm not going to put in my earbuds and sit there and watch something, and I'm not going to be that idiot who doesn't. So I just, I
you wanted to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. That's good. But then you get bored when you take things seriously.
You can only take things so seriously for so long.
I mean, it was a homicide trial. Or no, what was it, manslaughter? Manslaughter trial. But hey, listen, man, when you have the fate of somebody's life in your hands, you can only expect to pay attention so long, right?
In this day and age.
Yep. And I think that the law system should figure that out. How do you expect somebody to actually pay attention for 9 hours? Get the hell out of here.
We need some distractions around here.
Yeah.
I have ADHD.
Give us, at least make it musical so that, some people will actually pay attention to it. You have to sing your defense. I want the judge to
sing. I want the lawyer. Oh, by the way, I didn't even tell you this. During the jury selection, we had, move to overrule, that kind of stuff.
Objections?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it was crazy.
You were
excited. It was a line
it.
of questioning of the jurors that, the prosecution was like, Your Honor, we feel like this is leading into the arguments of the case.
Did the judge ever say my favorite line in every legal drama?
Sustained?
No. Watch yourself, counselor.
No.
No?
Not
None
quite
of that?
there.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I'll allow it, but watch yourself, counselor. You're on thin ice.
I got to hear overruled a couple times.
Good.
But procedure.
Asked and answered? Any of that?
Nope.
Okay. We got ourselves a Wednesday show lined up for you. Big J watched a movie called Honey Don't last night. Which platform did you end up watching it on? Peacock or Netflix?
Well, Netflix.
Beautiful.
Remember, I'm paying all that money now.
I suppose.
For ad-free
But
Netflix.
you have access to both. So I didn't know which one you would choose.
Yeah, one of them I feel bad about using.
We're going to get a review for that particular movie. Plus, we have tickets to go check out the X's official pre-X-Fest party. That's going to be fun. And we also play music like the Foo Fighters, kicking things off. It's Everlong on The Morning After with Nick and Big J on the X Rocks.
WS. Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Big J, yesterday afternoon, right around the radio station here, it looked like a damn action movie outside. And not in a good way.
Oh, really?
Curtis Road had to be shut down between Emerald and Franklin because there was a downed power line that had forced the road closure. Apparently, there was an accident around there around 5 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, and then somebody crashed into a power line. That caused it to fail, and then it caused it to fall down, which, of course, led to a power outage, a live power line snapping away on the middle of Curtis Road, Big J.
Jesus.
Just popping and threatening to whiplash anybody that swings by. And so they were able to restore power and get it all figured out by about 5:30, 6 o'clock or so. But for a good hour, everything around this area was kind of on Operation Shutdown for a while. But it gives us a good opportunity to remind you what happens if you find a down power line, Big J. What are you supposed to do?
You go and you try to pick it up.
No!
Try to keep it from touching water and metal.
No!
No?
You stay 100 feet away from that mammoth jam.
100 feet?
Yes!
Okay.
You never know when that thing's going to snap up with electricity and come at you. And then what do you do? What are your odds of you dodging away from a power line getting ready to snap at your neck?
Probably pretty bad.
Yeah, you're damn right it is. So stay 100 feet away from it. Idaho Power was on the scene to help everything out, and of course, first responders and Boise Police as well. Got everything cleared up and out of the way, but watch out for live power lines, Big J. There's bad news, dude. You will lose a fight with one of those 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Or, one of those situations where you don't realize, like, your car is, like, keeping you safe from a down power line. Like, always, like, if you're around a down power line, they encourage you to stay in your car.
A lot of rubber.
Grounded.
A lot of rubber.
You are grounded. And if there's something like water that you don't know about outside of your car and you get out of your car, game over, dude.
Like an action movie.
Yeah, you better watch out. Just be careful, everybody, for God's sake.
Lethal Weapon 3.
Yeah, you get it. That's the one with the toilet in the yard, right?
No.
Big J, the Winter Olympics actually get underway today. Can you believe that in Milan, Italy? Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
The first event on the agenda is, of course, mixed doubles curling, which is going to get everything rock and rolling. Why is it happening 2 days before the opening ceremony is my question, Big J.
Yeah, that's a great question.
I don't know.
It seems like backwards.
They have to log jam it all in, I guess. They're also going to have, the idea that one men's skating competitor will be spending today and the next week having to alter his routines because of the Minions, Big J. There's a Spanish figure skater named Tomás Sabate, and he has been using a Minions music mix and wearing yellow t-shirt and blue overalls, like the Minions, right?
Yeah.
That's how he got qualified for the Olympics. That's how he's been skating. That's his routine. But Universal Pictures, which owns the Minions franchise, says, that's ours. Don't you dare. And so Tomas is trying to come up with a plan B, which is crazy because it's the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he is like, sorry, but I got shut down for trying to use the Minion stuff. So we'll see where this goes. But it's, you got to be careful for copyright infringement, too.
Yeah.
It's like the pop culture equivalent of a live power line. It'll come up and get you before you know it. So watch out, please. We beg of you. Big J, you're not much in the documentary world, but what if maybe one of your favorite things starts coming to life? Like, rock music. You interested in rock music documentaries, kind of like Behind the Music, but a different vibe?
Yeah, sometimes.
CNN and Universal Music Group have announced that Fred Armisen, the comedian and musician, going to host a new CNN original series that explores Universal's vast music archives. But going to focus on the rock side of things. The show will feature recordings, photos, videos, artwork never before seen. And they're going to have episodes on bands like Nirvana and Guns N' Roses and a bunch of others from Universal's kind of back catalog. The series is expected to debut later this year, so if you want a kind of never before seen history of some of your favorite bands, it might be worth checking out. Don't know how long or how good these episodes are going to be, but it's kind of nice to have access to archives that people haven't seen before, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know Armisen was such a music nerd, especially in the rock side. Had no idea until last week.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's just getting paid to do this, but he's toured as a musician before and was like the house musician for a late night TV show.
Yeah.
So
again, I had no idea.
You didn't know that?
No.
He was like for years.
No, I'm like, okay, he's in Portlandia. Cool. He was on SNL. That's what I know about Fred Armisen.
Yeah, no, he's a drummer and like he played drums for. He was like once.
That makes sense.
He once before he got SNL auditioned, and I think he was a part of Blue Man Group in Vegas for a while. Like that's like he was. That was him.
Yeah.
And so
he's got credibility
as a musician for sure.
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It is the X Rocks.
Here's traffic inside the TDS Fiber Traffic Center.
At Center Sandman here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Talked a couple months ago about how, for a while there, sneakerheads were at the top of the world, right? Everything was about collecting them. Everything was about holding on to them, and there was some serious money in it. And then that market cooled down significantly over the last couple of years. But leave it to Costco to bring it back, dude. Now,
bring it back, baby, with your Nikes.
Your daughter works at Costco, but I do believe that none of these were available in Idaho. Is that correct?
I have no idea.
Oh.
You didn't give me I didn't have a chance to do some investigation before you asked me that question.
mean, at least from what I saw, these were only available in New York, Oregon, California, and Washington.
Okay.
Those are the 4 states. But I could be wrong. You have an inside source. But I'm talking about the Kirkland Signature Nike SB Dunk Low Pros.
Yeah, I've heard about them, but I don't know where they're located.
It was a weird, non-advertised Costco and Nike mashup where they combined the brands of Nike and Kirkland together to make a sweatshirt-inspired shoe / sneaker that has a Costco hot dog underneath the insole. And it's like very weird and niche, but some people got a hold of it, and the lines were around the block when this thing was released last week in these particular locations.
Weird,
and
right?
They sold them out
is
almost. It's really weird. It's like a super quiche leaning into the nerdy, goofy Costco of it all, and they lined up for it.
Which is not something I don't remember happening. Now there is a line. Like there's 2 lines. Like now with executive members getting in an hour early, so there's a line for that, and then there's line. But I don't remember people lining up for specific. I guess, when I think about it, and because. My daughter does work for Costco. She loves Costco. Mm-hmm. The amount of love that she has for Costco is ridiculous. When we went to Iceland, she couldn't wait to go to the Icelandic Costco.
Yeah.
Just to see everything they have. And then to watch her get upset when the warehouse isn't arranged the way it's supposed to be. It's like, God, I wish I could just show this to her managers and show, this is how much she loves Costco. She gets upset when it's not looking the way it's supposed to in another country.
Sure.
But, the whole point of that is that there is this element of a cult. I won't say cult, but definitely a niche of people who love shopping at a place for no apparent reason. I mean, other than they get good deals and they can buy in bulk. I don't get it all of the time, and I have in my algorithm, Nick, a bunch of Costco people who just go to Costco and show you the new stuff that's there and the new deals and all of that. I mean, I'm in the middle of that, and so. I guess I do see that, and a lot of these products do sell out very quickly because they're popular.
Yeah, and this one was, the lines were nuts, and then the immediately resale, because there were a limited amount of these, of course. Then you could find these shoes on eBay and StockX, which is like the shoe stock exchange, for anywhere between $400 and $1,000, and they were selling for $135 at Costco. And so immediately they became a collector's item because they're so limited edition. And it's nuts that how this, nobody cared about shoes for a while. Then Costco releases a really weird / kind of funny collab with Nike, and everybody goes nuts. It's weird.
A damn hot dog.
I think it might be.
I mean, that's crazy.
Because it's so un-Nike and so weird. And, these look like New Balance shoes. I mean, they don't look fancy. They're sweatshirted. They're gray, plain-looking shoes.
Yeah, they're not flashy.
No, they're limited edition, and they're something different. And so people are jumping all over these things. Do not know if they're planning a nationwide release, if we'll ever get them here in Idaho, but I'm sure the line will be bonkers for that as well, if it does. But I was interested to find, because I saw this video yesterday on one of my feeds. I don't remember what I was looking at, and I was like, look at that line for those goofy looking shoes. That's crazy. But hey, people like what they like. Agree or disagree?
That's absolutely true.
Morning After with Nick or Big J, one of the two of us, are going to give you a review next of a little movie called Honey Don't. You're going to hear all about it on the X-Rocks. After with Nick and Big J. Yesterday, right around this time, you guys collectively selected a movie for Big J to watch last night. He did so. That movie was called Honey Don't. And now we get a full review and synopsis of said movie from Radio's Big J. Big J, how was it and what's it all about?
Yeah, let's talk about the cast here first, Nick, for Honey Don't, starring Margaret Qualley. She has been in a couple things, daughter of Andy McDowell.
Real it girl right now.
Yeah, very much so. And then you've got Aubrey Plaza, one of our faves around here, Nick.
Sure.
We've got Chris Evans, love him as well.
America's ass.
Charlie Day.
Hey!
Looking kind of old.
Listen, we are all old.
And then you've got a couple other folks you might know here. Don Swayze's in this briefly. And this movie is a particular style of movie, Nick, where they call it neo-noir. And so that whole thing is kind of like a reflection looking back on the past, like the 40s, the 50s, with a little modern twist to it, Nick. And that modern twist is our character here, our lead character, Honey, played by Margaret. She is a private detective. So, I mean, just think back in the old days, just the way they talk.
Real Philip Marlowe style.
Yeah, exactly. And so she nailed that aspect to this part. And then what you have here is kind of like a whodunit. She's a private detective. She just has a client that's reaching out, and that client ends up dead. And so she's kind of trying to start to investigate what's going on here. Now, at the same time, a couple important things you should know about this movie. It has got a lot of simulated sex in it, Nick.
Your favorite kind of movie.
There's a lot of doing it. There's a lot of this is one of the higher, I think, nudity ratings we've had. It's like at an 8. And, as I was watching this, I'm like, how do you describe this movie to some people? And the one thing I was thinking of is like back in the 70s, black exploitation movies.
Sexploitation.
Yeah, this is sex, but I would even go so far as this is more lesbian exploitation, where that's a lot of the main characters in here is featured in that realm. You've got Chris Evans, who his character is just a dirty POS, like fake pastor of a church that's a scam, and he's just using it to bang as many chicks as possible.
Nice.
And to get as weird as you can. And so I feel bad because there's quite a bit of nudity here. We didn't get to see a lot of Chris Evans.
You were hoping that you'd see Chris Evans hanging hog in the movie.
It just doesn't seem like that's fair. We get to see Aubrey Plaza mostly naked.
28 years later really got to you, man.
What?
There's a lot of hog in that movie.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you want to see
now I'm
Chris
upset
Evans
if it's not in there for some reason, but I'm still 100% heterosexual. So you've got all that going on here, and then basically the whodunit kind of just starts to stem out, and there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Aubrey Plaza's character, she plays, even the names are like old-fashioned, MG Falcone.
Okay.
She's a cop. She works in the evidence locker, and her and Honey meet. Now, Honey, she likes to collect, let's just say, bedroom stripes. Right.
Oh, okay.
She is a ladies' lady.
She wants a body count.
Yeah, she works really hard at it. And I don't think she has to work hard at it. It's a natural thing for her. And so she's out doing that, and then you start to find out some things about some of these other characters. There's a lot of stuff in the middle that I'm like, I don't know if we 100% needed to have in there. For an hour and 29-minute movie, it seemed like it took a little bit longer than that. I'll tell you a couple of things I really liked about it. The beginning credit scenes, Nick. I love the way that sometimes you get interesting ways to place credits in movies. And this is set in Bakersfield, California. And Ethan Coen does an amazing job of putting in the credits to like old buildings and their advertisements on them. I mean, it's just beautifully done.
Okay.
Ethan Coen, obviously a great filmmaker. So
one of the Coen brothers.
Yeah, you've got that whole thing. It's a black comedy, so there's some violence in here. It's dark, it's mysterious, and at the end, you're left wanting more because there is a interlude with Margaret and another character in this movie that don't want to ruin too much about it because it is a whodunit. If I say too much, you'll figure it all out right now, and that's no point in watching the movie. So. I was like, I wish I knew more. Is there going to be another movie? And then after finding out that this is part of a trilogy.
Yeah. But the first movie is not really connected to this. Like, she plays a different character.
No, you're right. And so I was digging in, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure because I really enjoyed Margaret Qualley.
Yeah.
And she's striking. She's beautiful. She's engaging. She's a wonderful actress. And Driveway Dolls is something that she was in before. And I'm like, that sounds really familiar. And I reviewed it last year for Streaming Dumbass Nick. I don't remember what rating I gave it, but there's definitely some connections in this, but more in the genre of the lesbian part of it. And that's in him and his wife, Ethan Coen, and his wife are writing this trilogy. So it's something that they're being very defined about. And so there is going to be a third movie here. I hope I get a chance to see it because now I'm kind of hooked. So I'm going to prove this movie. It's got a lot of style. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but I dug a lot of parts of it.
Cool.
So,
all right. So there's the old thumbs up for Honey Don't. It is available for you to stream on Netflix.
Yeah.
I also believe it's on Peacock, so you've got two ways to watch it if you have one of those or the other as far as access goes. But Big J enjoyed it.
Yeah. Watch the X-rated version.
There's an X-rated version?
No, I don't know. It's regular, I guess.
Morning After with, not enough nudity in the regular version?
We need more!
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your movie review. Got some important stuff next on the X.
Spanning the globe in search of news. Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Big J, it is 2026. Can we at least agree on that starting point?
We can agree on that.
And sure, maybe you have some idea that you'd like to get in some sort of shape. But you don't have to do work like that anymore, dude. Just take a shot and you're good to go.
No.
So now the question becomes, what do we need to work on next?
No, you still need to work out.
And the answer is our homes. Big J, basically, if you're a homeowner in the year 2026, you are planning some sort of home renovation or some sort of changing project to the place that you call home. 43% of people have completed one in the last calendar year, and about 69% of people say, listen, 2026, I'm going to have some sort of project in my house that I need to take care of. And people are calling it the biggest renovation year ever, at least when it comes to plans.
Dun, dun, dun.
Popular projects include interior renovations, landscaping, exterior painting, re-roofing. 30% want to improve their curb appeal. Another 30% feel their homes are outdated and they just looking to modernize them in some way, shape, or form. And the other side of this coin is, as homes are more expensive, people are like, listen, I have to take care of this thing that I am living in. It used to be like, yeah, well, maybe we'll stay. This is our starter home or whatever. Any home you're in now is your home for life, bro.
Well, or spend like, 10 grand, redo the outside of your house, make it immaculate like one morning show partner here, and then it ups the value of your home by 100 grand.
Yeah. No,
now you're rich.
The difference between one morning show partner, and the rest of the people that do that is somebody got a letter saying I had to. And so that is why the house was paid.
But I'll tell you, it looks great.
It does.
At least the pictures. I
love it.
I drove by the other day just to check it out.
Right now you're creeping me out.
I did.
I know.
But how creepy would that be if
really
I just
creepy.
didn't stop or anything?
Right. It's like I'm there. What are you doing?
Or even worse, if I did just stop, just a random check-in.
You're welcome anytime over at the old Nick house. Anytime.
I show up at your
family.
doorstep crying. I've been kicked out of the house.
I've got plenty of room for you to stay if you need it. Speaking of which, how are your home renovation projects going? How did you get the hallway painted this weekend like you wanted to?
No. I didn't want to. I don't want to do any of this. So I think we're ready. I think maybe begin painting today.
Okay. And then the garage, we've hit a yeah, I see the head shake. We've hit a dead end.
Dude, let me tell you what. Yesterday I come home and the wife had been out with her parents hanging out, and on our coffee table is a ton of junk. I don't know where all this crap came from. I'm like, what is this? Why do we have this? Because we're so close. Like, I just need to, maybe this weekend I'll get a chance to rearrange and clean something out. I could actually fit a car into our garage. It's very close.
Nice.
But this morning, Nick, at 1 a.m., I start hearing this noise coming from our living room, and it sounds like an alarm clock is going off. And I'm like, what the hell? It's just getting louder and louder and louder. So I got to get up and fumble around looking at this thing's going off. One of the pieces of junk, so the wife was over helping her parents clean out their closet, took everything they had for some unknown reason because we need it, and one of those things was an alarm clock that's set. Like, it's a damn clock, a bedside clock.
It was plugged in for his batteries.
It's battery operated.
Oh,
I don't know. It just starts going off, and I'm sitting here. I'm like looking at it. It's dark, and it's beep, 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 and I'm like, what the hell? Why is this happening? And I don't know what buttons you're supposed to hit.
Is the time right? Is it set for 1 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know what it's set. I'm just hitting all the buttons, and I'm like, I wanted to throw it down and break it. And I was like, can I take the batteries out? And it's, one of those screws in thing. And I'm like, bleep this. I hit all the buttons, and I put it on the countertop, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm going back to bed. The wife's like, what was that? I'm like, I don't know, some alarm clock.
But you're clearly angry about it.
I will yell about it. Well, this is my yelling about it. She'll probably see this. I'll send it to her. It's on the video podcast. But yeah, so there's still some work to do. Yeah. I would like to address the fence. Our fence is in real bad shape, but that's an expensive item. Like, holy God, is fencing expensive?
You've had people come out and look and give you a quote, right?
Yeah. Eventually, you hear me go, "Hey, this is Big J
for fill in the blank fencing."
I believe in them. You should as well.
Big J, there was a lot of conspiracy theories based around Bill Belichick not making it into the Hall of Fame. Everybody's saying, a lot of people said that Robert Kraft didn't want to be overlooked by Bill Belichick. He wanted his own time in the sun.
I think it's way simpler than that. It's no conspiracy.
Well, I mean, there is this kind of, I guess, underlying thing that Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick don't get along anymore, right? Robert Kraft wanted his own day in the sun, and then Bill Belichick could have it. Robert Kraft obviously still won the NFL, and so there was these. I saw the articles that said Robert Kraft wants him in year one, and then Bill Belichick in next year. That's why Bill didn't get in. But it turns out, Big J, Robert Kraft didn't get into the NFL Hall of Fame either. So whatever beef they have with the Patriots, they have with both of these guys. Because Bill Belichick didn't make it in, neither did Robert Kraft. So the Hall of Fame class will be revealed on Thursday, but we know neither of those two guys are going to be in it. So this, maybe it's Spygate, maybe it's Deflategate, but who knows?
No,
what's
what
going
I've seen from most of the fallout from this whole thing is that it's more simpler than this, is the fact that everybody just assumed everybody else would be voting for Bill Belichick. And, it comes down to the way that the voting goes down, and really, and it ends up being a part of the thing that puts it in jeopardy is the seniors on here. So, there are a certain amount of times that you get nominated to be into the Hall of Fame. And then after that certain period of time, it goes away for a while, and the seniors
The Veterans Committee, yeah.
The Veterans Committee picks seniors that they think belong in the Hall, and then they get voted on. But they can only have so many at a time, and they only get so many votes allocated to that. This is ridiculous. Like, you should just vote for somebody you think this should be in the Hall of Fame. It shouldn't have to be like I only have so many votes.
Yeah.
That whole thing doesn't make sense. So they're like, listen, Bill's going to get in. I'm going to vote for this senior because this is his last chance. And that's how you have something like this fall out down in a more simpler form. That's not a big conspiracy. And there have been several people, I guess, part of this for many years who've been like, this voting system is not really the greatest.
Yeah, well, we'll see who gets in on Thursday if any of that kind of narrative pans on through. But it'll certainly be interesting. But I do think there's more story there than I do think that probably some of this is a slap on the wrist for some of the controversies that team was caught up in over the years. And I do think some people remember that stuff and it bothers them more than other people. It's the same thing like steroids bother a lot of people in the world of baseball, and you're all for it. So it's I think it's personal preferences and what you feel about the way that this was handled and how the NFL handled it. And maybe that's their way of putting a statement down. Who the hell knows? Speaking of football, we have the Super Bowl this Sunday. That's happening, and it's going to be a game between the Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots, something the NFL has done over the last couple of years. I remember it with the LA Super Bowl 2 years ago. They had celebrity inductions. You remember, like, introducing each team? There were celebrities on the field that was like had some part of it, and so they've announced who the celebrities are this year. And for the Seattle Seahawks, it'll be Chris Pratt that will be introducing the Seahawks. He, of course, is a big Seahawks fan. This makes sense. The New England Patriots one is very, very interesting to me.
Well, let's see. Who are the people you could have? Like Mark Wahlberg?
Sure.
Bill Burr?
Yep. People that are famous that make kind of sense for this kind of thing that are actual Patriots fans.
Bon Jovi?
Right? Right. John Bon Jovi is going to introduce the New England Patriots from New Jersey.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh, I was just guessing. I'm like, that would have been one of my guesses.
John Bon Jovi's from New Jersey. Also, remember, he put together a huge package to purchase the Buffalo Bills a couple years ago.
Because he can't buy the Patriots.
No,
Kraft isn't. He wants to get into the NFL. He loves it, but he does love the New England Patriots.
So John Bon Jovi is the gentleman that's going to be introducing the New England Patriots, Big J, when they take the field in Santa Clara, California. So you can...
him and Robert Kraft are like best friends.
Yeah, he'd put Robert Kraft in the Hall of Fame for sure.
Well, of course.
Morning After with
Hall
Nick...
of Fame of massage parlors.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, we got your We're Going to Hell story. It's the X Rocks.
Stories that are incredibly f***ed up. Oh, man, we're going to hell.
Rotten hell, you worthless maggot!
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Charlotte, North Carolina is where we're going for today's We're Going to Hell story. And we have a We're Going to Hell first.
Oh.
Followed by a classic We're Going to Hell screw-up. But it all starts with 41-year-old Jonathan Hackett, right?
Jonathan Hackett?
Yeah. Buddy's son. How many people are going to get that joke?
Nobody. Unless they watched
1980s stand-up comedy.
Yeah, or maybe the Love Bug. Some Herbie action.
Big J, Jonathan does something that we've seen a billion times before.
Cocaine.
We're Going to Hell. Breaks into a store, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is against the law. Let us stress you should not do this. Please do not break and enter into anything. Rarely will good come of it. You understand?
Yeah.
But Jonathan does something a little bit different because he is familiar with the territory. He has strategically selected this place to break into. It is a Little Caesars pizza place, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jonathan worked at Little Caesars, so he knows his way around the kitchen, probably how he was able to break and enter into the place, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they're all set up the same.
So this is where it gets a little bit different. What does Jonathan do when he breaks in, Big J?
Makes himself a pizza, baby.
Close. turns on the lights, clicks on the open sign, and starts making pizzas like crazy.
Open for business.
People start coming in. He starts selling pizzas and pocketing the money. Pizza, money, pizza, money, pizza, money.
He's willing to work. He's not just stealing. I mean, he's helping the bottom line.
The Little Caesars place says they think he sold around 50 or 60 pizzas because that's about how much material was missing.
What time is this? After they're closed?
It's like 10 to midnight. So it's like way after they're closed. And he's rocking and rolling, and people are coming and going, is that Little Caesars open? Oh, man, somebody's making pizzas. Let's go grab ourselves a bite.
Hot and ready, baby.
And so he does this and makes himself some pretty good money. And leaves, turns off the lights. It's not until they come in the next day that they realize, oh, damn. A bunch of our stuff is missing. Looks like these ovens have been on. What the hell is going on? Did the people that closed down didn't do the right thing? You know what I mean?
I mean, and that could be one thing. Like, yeah, sometimes they screw up and they don't do their job. Wait, we'll get them.
Right.
We'll write you up.
So they start to slowly but surely realize and piece together, looking at some video footage, that, oh my God, somebody was in here. Isn't that John, our former employee? Crazy. And so obviously they called the police. A report is made, all this kind of stuff. And they're looking for Jonathan. Here's where the classic "we're going to hell" mistake comes in.
He posted about it, right?
No, not quite.
Okay.
But it's close enough. He's like, that worked great.
Oh, no, he did it again the next night.
He comes back the next night. Big J employees were still there at this time when he broke in.
They were hiding.
And the situation got physical.
It's like a Workaholics episode.
Turns out, Jonathan gets the living crap beat out of him by the three employees.
Beat him up?
They beat the piss out of him.
That's a weird Little Caesars gang thing to do. Like,
He has
what
to
the hell?
go to the hospital to get evaluated, and then he is arrested and taken to jail. And that's how night 2 of the Little Caesars Big Thief story kind of wraps up. So now he's facing a litany of charges, including multiple felonies for breaking and entering, larceny, obtaining property by false pre-sentences, all sorts of other charges. So he's going to go to jail for a while. But it was at least an interesting spin on things. He wasn't there to like break into the cash register, although he definitely stole money and product from Little Caesars. There was theft involved, make no mistake. But this wasn't your traditional robbery.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to break in. I know how to make Little Caesars pizza. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work for my thievery. And he did, but then he tried to come back and kind of work this con again, and then he got his ass kicked, Big J. So, a reminder, don't return to the scene of the crime, Big J. How many times the movies and pop culture have to tell you?
Yeah, I don't know.
But obviously,
it was a perfect crime almost. But weird beating
they
the
knew
crap out of him.
They knew who he was,
But they
and they were
weren't
looking for
calling
him.
the cops.
No, they did call the cops.
Wait, you can't call the cops and beat the living crap out of the dude.
No, I mean, like, they called the cops the day of. So they had his name. They were looking for him. They knew who he was from the video footage. Then he came back, and they're like, John's here. Let's beat the crap out of him.
Damn.
And so, hey, listen, man, you don't mess with another person's business. Those Little Caesars are privately owned. You know that.
I did not. I did not know that.
All of the franchises, all those franchises are privately owned. Like, people actually own the McDonald's that you go to. It's not like McDonald's brand. They license it.
I just see them all the same rich people.
Well, they probably are, but still. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X-Rocks. Jay, we say a lot that nostalgia is king. It's a very important part of today's culture. We have a very soft spot in our minds and in our hearts for things that played a big part in our childhoods. But sometimes it takes those things getting yanked away before you feel that nostalgia, which is a very weird thing about, I guess, that feeling, right?
Yeah.
And there is something happening now that I don't know if it played as big of a part in your childhood as it did mine, but I have several stories about it. But Minute Maid, you're familiar with the juice maker, yes?
Yeah.
They are officially saying goodbye to the frozen juice cans of concentrate.
Oh,
They're
no.
yanking them from the shelves. After
Right.
80 years, because nobody's buying them, is what it really boils down to. And so they've seen the people wanting a little bit more of a fresh option. The Minute Maid, pre-made juice that's in the actual dairy section sells like hotcakes. The frozen stuff doesn't. And listen, go to any grocery store in the world and you will notice that what used to be like a huge aisle full of concentrate stuff is like half a freezer now. I mean, it's almost difficult to find. So it's not a surprise that Minute Maid is completely pulling the plug on this. But no orange juice, no lemonade, no limeade, no pink lemonade. All the frozen concentrate brands are going away. And it's because people want fresher, more convenient options than having to freeze concentrate and
God
add
forbid,
water.
You take a little bit of time, you add a couple cans of water. We can't do that now.
But it huge part of my child. My great-grandmother, God rest her soul, a saint, lived on that. Always had some sort of concentrate, usually several cans in her freezer, and was always like serving it up with lunch or breakfast or whatever. That was stuff like I grew up on, that concentrate juice of some kind.
Well, you actually had a breakfast, probably.
Well, when I was at my grandma's house, yes.
Yeah, grandma's always take care of us.
She took care of it. But also, like, God, you know, for my high school years, I worked at a grocery store. Shout out to Century Foods in West Dallas, Wisconsin. I worked there for 3 years, and when we had to stock things, hated stocking concentrate stuff because it always was sticky. It always was like it was so many of them. I remember a full aisle of all of this stuff. It would sell like crazy. And now all of that stuff has kind of gone away. But of course, now people are freaking out about it. Fans are jumping out online going, I can't believe this is going away. How dare you take away my childhood, and telling stories about it, probably like I'm doing now. But I also have never, I don't think in my life, since I have purchased things for myself, ever bought a can of concentrate.
As an adult?
Yes.
Oh,
like
come
ever,
on.
ever. I mean, I bought juice, but never frozen concentrate. Never.
Jeez.
No. It's just not.
You abandoned it, and look what has happened.
Well, I'm okay. I'm not that tore up about it, but it was a big part of my childhood. But I realize I'm part of the problem. I can't complain about something I never, ever purchased.
Yeah.
But it certainly is interesting to see it. And quite frankly, I'm surprised it took this long. But 80 years is a long time for any product to be on the shelf. So if you're looking for concentrate stuff, I imagine there's still going to be some brands of it there, just not the Minute Maid brand. But also already, like, the section is incredibly small. The freezer section is all these other things now and like a couple of things to concentrate if you still need it or want it. Is that something that you purchase on a regular basis?
No, it's because I call it frozen diabetes.
There you go.
So,
yeah. I mean, that's what juice is.
The juices, like the glycemic index on that, I mean, just don't bother.
Yeah, I mean.
And I have a problem. I can't have fruit juices in the fridge. I will drink them immediately until they're gone. I love Simply orange juice.
Sure.
Oh my God! But if we bring one of those home, it'll be gone in a day.
You just take the jug out and
then
start chugging it.
I'll be like,
why don't I feel good?
My body.
One of the interesting things that has come out of this is people sharing their story of eating the concentrate right out of the can when they were a kid. I never saw that. That seems like a lot of sugar. Yeah.
Hardcore, like an icy?
Kind of, but like a very fruity kind of a thing, I would imagine, because it's concentrate for a reason. Like, you're supposed to, cut that with water.
Yeah.
So it's not as pungent as it can be, whatever you want, baby. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting thing, and those are going the way of the dodo, Big J. So say goodbye to your concentrate cans. I'll let you eulogize it if you like to.
Good riddance.
Oh, wow. Damn.
I don't care.
Morning after
I have
with
diabetes.
Nick and Big J. There's your canned update. We got ourselves some important stuff and your pop culture smackdown next on the X.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by Top Golf. Big J, 4 days away from the X taking over Top Golf in Meridian for our big game party on Sunday.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's going to be great. It is absolutely free. We are inviting you to come hang out and have some fun with us on Sunday and, of course, win some prizes. We're going to be out there, Jay and I, beginning at 2 o'clock on Sunday. We're there for the pregame party. We are going to be there for our broadcast, and then the game's going to start a little bit after 4 o'clock. We're going to be hanging out for the entire thing, and you can sign up for the free X Super Square Pool, win huge prizes at the end of every quarter, including your first chance to get VIP X-Fest tickets for X-Fest 2026, Big J.
Yeah, we've got X-Fest 2025 autographed guitar, a Hailstorm autographed guitar. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, plus tickets to the X-Fest pre-party, 3 days grace tickets, all of it up for grabs, and it's completely free to be a part of the fun. So come on out and join us at Top Golf in Meridian, and let's have some beer, let's have some fun, let's have some food. All of it is there. And if you want to grab a bay and hit some balls, you can certainly do that as well. recommend that you reserve that in advance, but there's a gigantic bar and kind of restaurant area there. That's where we're going to be hanging out for the day, watching the game, and there are TVs everywhere, hundreds of them. I kid you not.
Yeah, the food selection's also Big J approved.
We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
Come on out and join us. Top Golf on Sunday for the big game party. Big J, let me ask you this. When you are getting services rendered for Big J, i.e., let's say a haircut, let's say you're getting a ride share somewhere, are you a talker or do you prefer to be quiet, Big J?
I think it depends. I'll probably be more likely to respond to somebody's conversation if they wanted to talk, but I don't necessarily think I would start a conversation unless there was something to start a conversation about.
Doesn't bother you if somebody's yappy yapperson if you're in a car or something like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
A lot of people, or at least a majority of people at this point, are now opting into quiet rides when it comes to rideshare. A lot of people are saying those conversations usually are awkward. There's not a lot to be said, and sometimes they just like to have the time to be quiet. Nothing wrong with if you want to quiet ride or if you're a talker and you want to interact with the person doing it with you, but apparently the good people over at the timeshare places have been surprised with the amount of people that have selected quiet ride since that became an option on some of them. So people just prefer, I guess, to ride in silence. Do you think maybe it's a guilt thing?
Raw dogging it. They're like, I'm paying for rideshare not to get into a taxi, so I have to do the taxi thing.
Right. Or they're like, I feel bad because this random person is just dropping me off, so I don't want to feel like I'm being chauffeured somewhere.
There's still this uncomfortability with getting into somebody else's personal car.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, that's the thing I think that makes it different, is like, this is somebody else's personal car.
You don't know them.
It smells like their person. It's like dirty like they are, whether they're clean or whatever. I mean, we know somebody, I don't think you've had this conversation with this individual, but somebody listens to this morning show does rideshare now quite a bit. And so I've heard some stories and, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, it's somebody's personal area and not necessarily a business place, you know?
Yeah, but even like the business places feel like uncomfortable to me. Like I don't, the dirty cars are uncomfortable. There's no doubt about it. But like if you get into a place where they go, hey, there's like hard candy over there and tissues over there or bottled water. It's like, what? I don't know what to do.
I'm trying to remember when we went to Vegas last year and we saw AC/DC. We went to the John Wick experience.
Yes.
Were we in the same Uber together?
Yeah, we left from the bagel place
and
to the.
And it really smelled bad in there.
It did smell bad.
It was like an ungodly bad odor, body odor situation.
It was bad.
And I'm like, how? And this person had a high rating, and I'm like, how is this possible?
I don't know, but we made plenty of jokes about it when we were at the John Wick experience. And that's the price you pay if you have a stinky car with us. We just talk about it.
Or you're a stinky person.
Big J, listen, hot take. The NFL is going to rue the day that they got into bed with Fanatics with all of their merchandising stuff. And the Super Bowl has become just an absolute dumpster fire because of it. Fanatics is the ones responsible for the jerseys for the fans for the matchup between the Seahawks and the Patriots. And the memorabilia company was comically unprepared for it. Both teams are missing from last year's playoffs, so Fanatics didn't have a bunch of stuff stocked up in inventory.
You're a bunch of lazy bastards.
The demand for the Patriots and Seahawks gear has skyrocketed by 400%, and Fanatics has not been able to deliver. The company has apologized for the shortage, but now they have a bunch of stuff out at the Super Bowl, but people are pissed because it's really poor quality, and they're charging a ridiculous amount of money for these jerseys that look like fake knockoff jerseys that are $160 at Super Bowl. And they're like, man, Fanatics sucks. And it does suck, and it's a damn shame the NFL has gotten involved with it because it makes them look bad, and there's always stories like this about them dropping the ball somehow. It's a bad move, man. And it's not a good look for the NFL. And they're calling them, quote, alternate jerseys because they don't have the real ones ready to go. You know what I mean? But these alternate ones look like absolute horse bleed.
Yeah. Well, and then there's nothing else that can be done.
That's right. You just don't get a jersey. Also,
don't buy a jersey. Don't be a weirdo. Why would you buy those two jerseys anyways?
The alternate jerseys? Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean in general. These teams' jerseys are ugly anyways.
They have the Super Bowl patch on it, so fans are excited about that.
Just buy a patch.
Okay, where do you get one of those?
I don't know.
Exactly. Big J, would you be okay with calling Sharon Osbourne Mayor Sharon Osbourne?
Yes.
She says she is seriously thinking about running for the mayor of Birmingham. She talked about that during the Grammy Awards this weekend. Obviously, she is a television personality, a music manager, and so much more. But she is interested in maybe getting into politics. and she wants to maybe make that move in their hometown of Birmingham, which they have a great relationship with. So we will see. The current mayor has got a title that sounds like it's out of a Shrek cartoon. His name is Lord Mayor Zafar Iqbal, and he is required to serve in the position for at least 1 year. So don't know if she's serious about it, but she's kicking around the opportunity of getting into politics. And obviously, if there's one thing you've learned, it's not to count out Sharon Osbourne, Big J.
That's true. Yeah.
Because if you do, she will put you on some sort of list and hunt you down, and you don't want to be on that list. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got your Pop Culture Smackdown next on the X Rocks.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, Pop Culture Smackdown means big time prizes here. We got a prize package for you that includes tickets to the X-Fest pre-party show happening March 6th at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. Filter, man. I cannot wait. Finger 11. Local H, one of those bands, by the way, coming in for an X session. We'll get you more details on that down the road. We also have some Porta Subs, some medium meal deals here, combos that they're going to hook you up with, a couple sandwiches, a couple of drinks, a couple of bags of chips, and into the running for a big game platter from Porta Subs. All this yours if you beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown.
All right, so if you want to get in on the action, you got to get on the phone, 208-287-1003. Then you got to answer some popular culture questions correctly and hope Big J stumbles along the way. If you are on the other line when he does, you are victorious, and we say to you, congratulations. Let's see how it goes. Hello, the X.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man? What's your name?
Tim.
All right, Tim, you're up first. Tim, what action movie actor plays the role of Frank Martin in the 3 Transporter movies?
Jason Statham.
Right.
That is correct. Big J, on what TV show would you find Powdered Toast Man?
Powdered Toast Man.
Powdered Toast Man. The cartoon, I'll give you that.
Oh, Ghost? Let's go Ghost Dad? No, what?
Ghost Dad, the Bill Cosby movie. No, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. It's not the cartoon TV show I was looking for. What happened?
I was trying to think of the Ghost show. You know, he's like a...
Space Ghost?
Yeah,
Coast to
Space
Coast?
Ghost. Not it, though, so irrelevant.
Wouldn't have been wrong. What if I told you it was a Nickelodeon TV show? Cartoon?
No, that would not.
That
Cartoon's
means
not my wheelhouse.
You win, Tim. Do you happen to know what cartoon you would find Powdered Toast Man on?
I have no clue.
No one does, Nick.
It's the Ren and Stimpy show.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
People have heard of Ren and Stimpy. You don't act like that's nothing. People have
Barely.
heard of. Congratulations, Tim. Hang on 1 second. We will hook you up with those tickets to go check out the X-Fest pre-party.
Too hot yesterday. To cool things off real fast.
Plus, you can't get Bill Cosby out of your head all the time, which is a very weird thing.
Ghost Dad filmed here in the Treasure Valley.
What a source of pride. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got your headlines. They're next on the X Rocks.
You have our word on it.
For whatever that's worth.
It's headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines are as follows. Don't mind if I do.
Ooh.
Out in the open or too fast, bro?
Don't mind if I do.
Dave & Buster's, Big J. You've heard of them, right?
Yeah, man. We've been there.
They are hiding 5 3-carat diamond engagement rings worth $15,000 each inside the viral human crane game for Valentine's Day 2025 amongst all of their stores. Not telling you which one it's going to be in, but they're going to be in at least 5 stores nationwide.
Is this legal?
The rings created by Platinum Days will be available as prizes at select locations on February 14th. The human crane allows guests to be lowered into a prize pit where they grab items they can reach. The ride started $20 per person. They're going to be giving couples a chance to turn date night into a proposal they'll never forget, according to the press release. The chain is offering $99 date night duo deals, including dinner and 90-minute game cards, available Monday through Friday before Valentine's Day, hoping that this is a way that they can make people stop in for Valentine's Day. What about it makes you think it's illegal, Big?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like it's too good of a deal.
Well, there's only 5 of them.
I know, but still, man, what a promo. Like, it's genius. It is genius. Who wouldn't go do that just for the opportunity? Who knows?
You do have to get lowered into the pit, though, Big J. I don't think you would do it.
What do you mean?
You have to, like, get rigged up.
What, you saying because I'm fat, I can't get lowered into a pit?
I'm saying you don't like rides like that. I know.
That's not a ride.
It is,
That's
though.
lowering you into a pit, okay?
A viper pit.
Yeah, no, it's filled with stuff. I think it's a genius idea.
It's a really cool idea.
It's very smart. Is this a new CEO? Is this the guy trying to save Dave & Buster's? Because this is the kind of thing that will work.
She's the marketing VP, Melissa Powers.
Nice girl. Oh.
So that's sexist, and she has been there for the last 10 years. So no, she's not new.
Where the idea's been. You get this from ChatGPT?
Take it easy. You compliment into an insult in a matter of seconds.
Well, I mean, I haven't heard much of this kind of stuff from her. So 10 years, the first really good idea.
Well, don't forget the ex's Super Bowl party.
Oh, yeah.
Out in the
she decided that.
Open or too fast, bro?
Too fast, bro.
A 19-year-old Florida man is facing serious charges after deputies say he drove his motorcycle so fast that it burst into flames. Authorities say the rider was clocked doing 130 miles an hour on Interstate 4 near Davenport. When the deputy tried to pull him over, the rider kept going, forcing the deputy to end the chase for safety reasons. Just minutes later, dispatch reported a motorcycle on fire a few miles down the road. When the deputy arrived, he found the same black motorcycle and its rider. Investigators say a mechanical malfunction caused the fire, bringing the high-speed ride to an abrupt stall. He was arrested and now faces charges including fleeing to elude, reckless driving, excessive speeding. They also cited him for driving without a license plate as well, Big J. Not recommended for motorcycle riders. Agree or disagree?
No, but they should have booked him as Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I don't know if he was on fire.
No, but his bike was. I'm sure he'd ride it for a little bit while it's on fire until you figure that out.
Could have been fun. Could not have been fun. Wrap it up with Out in the Open. Big J, China is now prohibiting hidden door handles on cars beginning on January 1st, 2027. These are features commonly found on Teslas, but, you know, the door handles are kind of like sunken into the door and you have to, like, search for them.
Yeah.
They don't like that. They're
I don't think
announcing
anybody really likes that.
that all car doors must include mechanical release functions except tailgates. Officials cited safety concerns following some accidents where doors allegedly failed and trap passengers inside, which sounds like a horrible way to go. Previously approved car models have until January 1st of 2029 for their modifications, and now they're thinking other places may adopt these similar standards. This rule will particularly impact the Tesla company, who really has that as like a feature to make it look like it's a smooth piece of whatever, as opposed to having an actual car handle on there. So we'll see what ends up happening if they change their design or just decide to stop selling to China before other countries decide to do this as well. You want to see your door handles out there in the front and center, Big J?
Well, I'd like to be able to access them in an emergency.
It does seem like a really weird thing. I mean, I get the sleekness of it, I suppose, but like it shouldn't be like you're trying to solve a Tomb Raider puzzle to get in your vehicle.
Right.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It is the X Rocks. Return to dust, that is Bored here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Maybe people don't know this because they haven't listened to the entire almost 19-year run of the show, but in the early days of the Morning After, radio doesn't pay that well, Big J.
Yeah, no,
you need sometimes to supplement your income. Hence the alternate adventures of Big J in multiple forms. But at one point, you were doing medical tests, right?
Yeah, I was a guinea pig for the medical industry.
Was that a profitable experience for you?
I mean, yeah, you pay the bills on a week-to-week basis, depending on the project or whatnot. But Nick, there's a new scenario happening, and I'm like, I think that I would probably enjoy being a part of this. It would be interesting.
Okay.
And that's sports and drugs, the study.
Okay.
So imagine having a day where you can get super high or take magic mushrooms, watch sports, and chow down on snacks, all in the name of science.
It does sound like a Big J weekend.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening at the Northwell Health Medical Facility in Manhasset, New York. Researchers have set up a facility so they can see the impact those drugs have on such mental disorders as schizophrenia and social anxiety. So they want to have naturalistic environments, Nick, that mimic the comfort of getting high in one's living room or a live bar setting for getting drunk, which includes high-def TVs showing sports, highlights, snacks, and refills on demand. And so when it comes to the cannabis, the doctors are asking the patients to smoke up everything all at once, as opposed to stretching it over a full day. And that they call it the massive hit, or it up right front. The scientists can really obtain very robust effects.
So you'd have to be part of the control group in this scenario then, because obviously...
Well, I live in Idaho, yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying, you also don't
so.
have the things that they're trying to figure out. I don't think you suffer from social anxiety, nor do you suffer from schizophrenia.
I don't know. Who knows? I might, on occasion, I'm like, do I really want to go out of the house? I don't know.
I think it's more travel time and your bedtime than it is social anxiety.
Yeah, that could be. But talk about a way. I mean, you get paid for doing this aside from just hanging out and doing whatever you might be doing.
Do you have to bring your own mushrooms and your own weed?
No,
or do
I
they
don't
supply?
think. I think that's. They probably want controlled, stuff to keep an eye on it.
Probably smart. I wonder if they'll draw to any serious conclusions, Big J. Do you think that they will?
I don't know. I mean, listen, and part of the the restructuring of marijuana and what it's labeled now means they can do more testing like this and see what kind of things it could really help out with, or how it could do more damage.
Well,
So,
good
I think
luck
it's a
on your
good thing.
trek to New York to see if you can sign up for this thing. I wish you all the best.
Yeah, looking for a free ride. Somebody out there.
Now you want somebody to jump on board with you?
Yeah, sure.
Man. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll have your bad impressions. They're next on the X Rocks.
Massive
Impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, and we got you covered here on some tickets to our X-Fest pre-party show. March 6th at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center, Filter. Finger 11, Local H. Going to be a fantastic show. We want you to come hang out with us. We're going to give these to you for free. You just need to figure out the clues to the very famous person here for bad impression.
Our phone number is 208-287-1003. That's the number that you need to call if you'd like to play bad impressions. It works like this. Big J is going to give you 3 clues. Individually, collectively, they all should point you in the direction of somebody pretty famous. If you can figure out who that famous person is in those 3 clues or less, congratulations. Look at you going to a big concert on March 6th, spending your Friday night with the X. I don't think there's a cooler way to do it.
Yeah, save yourself some money, too. You're
Let's get ourselves a contestant. Good morning, the X.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Who's this?
Corey.
All right, Corey, you're up first. Good luck.
I was the very first winner of American Idol.
Ooh. Next one.
I don't blame you. I get it. In 2019, I started my own daytime talk show. It's called The Blank Blank Show. Because that would be her name. It's a hint.
Next one.
Since You've Been Gone is my biggest hit, and I still mean it.
Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah, here you go, man.
Nice job.
Yeah!
Big Kelly Clarkson guy. Hang on one second.
Since You've Been Gone.
We'll hook you up with those tickets to go see Filter, Finger 11, and Local H. Big J, why is Kelly Clarkson in the news?
Well, let's see. First of all, foremost, her TV show, her daytime talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, she's putting a ribbon on that and going to be done with that here.
Aw.
She wants to spend more time with her kids, or just isn't it going great? Talk shows that, like, producing your own talk show, what a nightmare.
Well, her ex-husband passed, and so the kid's dad is gone, and that's a whole nother world.
So we're gonna, Since You've Been Gone too. I got it. Also, American Idol was going to be streaming live now, Nick, on Disney Plus starting March 30th. So
thank Jesus.
This will be the first time the competition series simultaneously broadcasts on both ABC and the streaming platform. That could be a huge change. The show also joins Dancing with the Stars as Disney Plus' second live unscripted series. So there's going to have all kinds of more content around this available for streaming. So that's how they're pumping up more of their Disney Plus streaming stuff.
Can you believe we still live in a world that has not 1 but 2 essentially karaoke contests going on a biannual basis, and we tune in droves? It's crazy.
It is.
Although I will say this, the people that win these contests no longer have the cachet that the people that won it in the past do. Somewhere that fell off, but they still do it, and they pump it out, be it The Voice or American Idol. It's still happening all the time.
I bet for people who really love those shows, it's probably a different story. Like, they probably know more of those artists and stuff. But I mean, in a overall, for us, people who don't watch it at all, I only remember a couple names.
Yeah, but I just don't think
Kelly's one of them.
Yeah, because she was the first. Yeah. I just don't think they enter the lexicon like they did. Even the early ones, like the other winners of the show, like the Ruben Studdards and the Clay Aikens, and those, who they are. Now I think they just do it so they can go on tour. Because that supplement, they do the Voice tour and the American Idol tour, and then all the fans see them in their kind of backyard. But that's the extent of their fame. I think
only a couple of these folks have managed to make it out of that contract and get an actual real contract and do that. Kelly, obviously one of those, and there's a few. I mean, Chris Daughtry, Daughtry,
but he didn't even win.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, he probably should have.
there's people that you know from it, but like Carrie Underwood and Kelly Clarkson, the two biggest names for sure to come out of that, unless you count Jennifer Hudson, who also didn't win. And so there are names for sure, but it's just what a weird world we live in, I guess is my point.
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. We will wrap up the show here next on the X Rock. That's a fun song, right?
That's a great song. It's very fun.
Avatar tonight, the USB Warriors wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, you just got to get the flute action going there, whatever that instrument is. I think it's a flute.
Yeah, it sounds fluty. Of course, that's going to wrap up the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this particular Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Big J gave a thumbs up to Honey Don't, a movie that is available for you to watch on Netflix if you are into kind of like a noir type film. That's got some very sapphic qualities. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah.
And so he enjoyed it. Maybe you will as well. Who knows? But we also had a chance to give away some official X-Fest 2026 pre-party tickets today. That trend will continue tomorrow. And, of course, we also let you know about a interesting We're Going to Hell story where somebody broke into a former workplace and just started making pizzas and then selling them. And then tried again and got the crap kicked out of them. So you gotta know when to say when is the lesson.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
What is the way that you want to wrap up the show, Big J? Because you've got the floor.
Yeah, happy birthday to Alice Cooper, man. The original shock rock jock guy.
Well, he wasn't a jock.
Well, but either way, Alice Cooper, great guy, great golfer, former guest of the Morning After, guest his daughter, who plays in his band on occasion.
Yeah, and listen, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah, you've probably met him before.
We have rubbed elbows several times back in my Phoenix days. Loves to play golf. That's really all he does. And he's also just like one of the kindest people in the world. I mean, he's like 5'2", maybe, and 87 pounds soaking wet, but just a really, really cool guy. And always grateful and great with fans. And I am a fan of him and his, and I wish him a happy... How old is he?
He's 78.
Happy birthday, Alice
One
Cooper.
of the best cameos in a movie ever.
The Wayne's World?
Oh, man, that was so great.
Yeah.
And it's like, God damn, who doesn't want to go hang out backstage? Backstage, never, ever been like that ever.
Also owned a restaurant in downtown Phoenix called Cooperstown, and back in my 20s...
Good hot dogs.
Oh, my God. I would get so hammered at Cooperstown. Lots of memories there and lots of things I'd rather forget as well. But happy birthday, Alice Cooper. Morning After with Nick and Big J. That's it for us. Hey, Jason Drew's coming in next. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the X Rocks.
The savings continue at